Okay, we have our patties made, either plain or, in this case, Hamburger style. A little oil in the frying pan. You got it up to, I got it up to medium high, which is like 70 on my digital, but it's medium high heat, and oil's hot, and then we're just gonna take the patty. Okay, if we have to form it up, and I'm gonna make it a little flatter so that okay, if you have round buns, make it round. If you have square, like I have square slices of bread, then I can make it into squares. Okay, so I'm gonna make it like a Wendy's burger. Okay. If you're making White Castle sliders, they put 5 holes. You just put 5 holes in it, like sliders. Okay, but we're making regular hamburgers, like Wendy style hamburgers. So I'm just gonna make it nice and flat and with a square shape, so it'll fit on the hamburger bun. Now the bread's about this big. Remember, the meat will shrink. Okay, so that's it. A little high, so I'm going to turn down the heat a little to 6. Wow. Actually out of cheese slices. Oh well. Make do with what we have. Okay, so I'll prep while it's cooking. I'll prep the hamburger, and like I said, if you have round buns, go ahead and use a round. Make your patty into a round, but we're using square slices, the typical bread slice. And you can add your favorite condiments. Making it a cheeseburger. Oh, okay. So, and our son likes plain mayo with our ketchup. Plain ketchup here. That's chili sauce. Here, plain ketchup. We got some Heinz here. Okay. So he's a big ketchup fan. Okay. So, okay. Okay, turning down the heat. Looks like things are starting to get a little too hot. And one way you can tell about cooking hamburger is like pancakes. You'll see the edges start cooking. Okay, and you don't want to squeeze it down because remember, we're trying to keep the juices in. And when you see them trying to squeeze the hamburger down, they're making basically a dry hockey puck. Okay, so little high on the heat. Turn it down. That's probably because of the caramelization of the. Anytime you're using something sweet, which is obviously our ketchup. Ketchup has a lot of sugar in it, so it has a tendency to burn. Okay, and you want to cook the hamburger to at least a medium to make sure you cook it. Okay, undercooked hamburger not a great thing to eat. Okay. Little iffy on the sanitation of it. Okay. Normally I take a cheese slice, and because he likes cheeseburgers, and you would at this point, almost when it's almost starting to like be fully cooked, we'll throw a slice of cheese on it just before we put it on the bread. But in this case, I don't have any cheese slice, so just go ahead and put shredded cheddar cheese on it. I know he prefers American, but hey, you use what you got, okay? Especially if you're starting student. Whatever is available, just go ahead and use it. So if it's ketchup in ketchup packs, that's fine. It works. Mustard in a mustard pack, or salt and pepper in those little packets, they work. Okay, and again, I don't have any room, but maybe I got room for this one. Wanna cook these up and use them for later. Okay. And another way you can tell if it's fully cooked is the juices run clear. There's no blood in the juices that come off the hamburger. Where our temperature is down to 3.5 on a digital dial. That's about that's just below medium, so we're medium low, and that will slowly cook it through without burning. Because remember, now we use ketchup, so the sugar in the ketchup will burn the patty very easily. So that's why we turn down the heat. If this was just straight hamburger, you could just turn it up on medium-high heat and just it'll flash cook real fast. With White Castle, they have the 5 holes in it. One of the secrets that they do is they take chopped onions and they put it on the grill, and as the onions grill, they drop the patty on top of it, and it cooks through because of the holes. And then when they flip it, it has all the flavor of the onions embedded in the patty. So instead of putting the onions inside the patty like we did here, it's all on the outside, and the onions are all caramelized by the time it hits the burger. So I'm seeing juices come out here, and it's all kind of on the white side because of the egg, but it is I don't see any blood coming out. So this is pretty much cooked all the way through. You can see the cheese is starting to melt. That's another good indication that it's cooked all the way through. Okay, we'll give it a little bit while more. Yeah, I don't see any blood coming out of here, so it looks like we're pretty good. Okay, so all we have to do is, you see them, they put the bread on top. We could have toasted the bread or fried the bread earlier with maybe butter or something, but our son likes it simple. So it's just the hamburger, the meat, and a little bit of cheese, and you can see it covers the whole bread. Oops. Covers the whole bread completely. So and I'm gonna go ahead and slice it so you can see. That's right. Some people don't like it sliced. So there's your hamburger. The cheese is starting to melt. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and toss in the rest of the meatballs, and then we're gonna, all you have to do is make sure the meatballs are, you don't see any raw raw parts on the meatballs. That way it stays together when you drop it in the sauce, okay? Now you can, if you want to cook this all the way through without frying it, you can, after you sear the outside, you can microwave it later as you reheat this, and that will work too, okay? So I just want to make sure I cook it all the way around and there's no raw spots showing. So this is cheeseburger, and then we use the leftovers to make meatballs for spaghetti later.